Alright, it is time for another day of testing Fight for Your Lifelands with the Limitless mod. So, once again, Fight for Your Lifelands is a difficulty mod. It adds a bunch of new skill reworks, it changes a bunch of weapons, it makes the enemies spicier, and then the Limitless mod is just a mod that makes 5 out of 5 skills into 100-point skills. It seems to work with at least a couple of BLCM mods out the box with like no issue. Some of the skills might not work because I've literally just put these two together and then press save, but overall it seems to work most of the time, which is pretty nice with like minimal tuning or care. I will have a link to the mod support Discord in the description so that anyone who is curious about trying to get mod set up can go ahead and click there and then get their answers for their questions and stuff. But yeah, we're looking at Salvador today. Sal is kind of interesting in Fight for Your Lifelands. He's kind of just Sal. Like, it's really just kind of just Sal, unfortunately. So there's not a whole lot of extreme fanciness we can get going on. A little bit of pistol stuff is cool. Some fire rate on weapon reloads is nice. A bunch of weapon swap speed would be appreciated, so I'll put points in that for right now just to see what else we can get. All I need is one. Could be pretty funny for early DPS. Because, you know, that's just, you swap to a gun and then it just chunks a dude. Yeah, that could be pretty good. So maybe that'll feel good. Moneyshot, of course. I guess we could just do a deputy build, swap a gun so that our offhand just does a bunch of extra money shot. Could be pretty good. Down not out is good. No kill like overkill is good. Lay waste also provides a bunch of crit. Divergent likeness, accuracy, keep it piping hot and stuff like that over here would be good as well, of course. Middle tree, I mean, we can get a bunch of Gunzerk duration and cooldown, so that'll feel pretty good for what we're doing. Just make the action skill super duper long, and then give a little bit of action skill duration on kill. That ought to be good for sustain. And then recharge, this is kind of nice. It's just a skill that on active reload or on a critical hit kill, you can instantly cool down action skill if you happen to have it off of its timer. So that's also pretty nice. We can do that. Inconceivable might give us literally infinite ammo, so we'll avoid that for the deputy build right now. And then, like, just a little bit of tankiness is probably not a bad idea. We have a class mod on that seems to give at least plus 30 to the skill. Yeah, it gives plus 30, and we have a vitality relic passively on the character, so that's pretty cool. We could also take the Juggernaut for a bunch of extra DR early, and then Ain't Got Time to Bleed would provide a lot of healing for Gunzerk, which would be nice. Let's just health stack even harder, because that's passive health regen, so that ought to feel good. I need a Jacob shotgun though, so let's go buy one and then just see what we want to do. Alright. We're good. This is fine. Yeah, those money shot bullets are pretty good. I guess we could also wear our money shot item in our main hand and then run a sniper in our offhand, because in this mod there is a little bit of a change to middle tree's capstones. So one of them makes it to where your left hand increases your stats for your right hand. So snipers give more bullet damage and crit, shotguns give more bullets per shot, assault rifles give more fire rate, launchers give more damage but increase shot cost, pistols give reload speed, and then SMGs give ammo regen, clip size, and grenade and explosive damage. So kind of just depending on what you're running, it just can change what you want to do for your layout. Like for right now, if I just run this is way more damage and we money shot more frequently just because of the ammo cost being higher. So like this is probably the move. Just get all that extra damage out way faster. We can also go ahead and get our 2 capstones. Wait a minute. I can put multiple points into this capstone. So, upon taking damage, it makes you immune to damage and restores 15% of health. Makes your weapons consume 0 ammo. Oh. I don't actually want this for deputy build. I immediately have to respec now. Okay, well that's fine. We can also totally just get toys from Saturn as well. So if we find something we like, we can just go ahead and throw it in a slot to be used with our build. This might be a move. This is definitely a move. Just swap between two launchers, and then just take advantage of the fact that that'll proc, all I need is one. Okay, yep, I think that's what we're doing. Oh, you know what I think I want to do whenever we get our OP10 character? There's a class mod from our Tina DLC. It's one of the monk class mods. It's been reworked into a legendary. It takes 25% of your current health pool and applies that as extra damage dealt. It won't be the strongest build, but like health stacking and then just dumping on dudes sounds pretty funny. So I might have to try that. Damage feels good. I went ahead and got a second quick drawler rocket launcher so that we'd have faster swap speed for all I need is one. I might honestly benefit from more swap speed. Yeah, a little more swap speed would be funny. Alright, sir. Show yourself. Thank you, buddy. Cool. That checks out. Whoop. Okay. Let's not waste time. Let's just get straight into worm fight. Alright, sir. Yep, that seems pretty good. Okay, well, yeah, we'll just do this. It's a little hard to aim sometimes because of the fact that I need crits with this big ol' shotgun. But man, when it hits, huh? Cool. Alright, boss down. Feels good. Let's load up a level 80 OP10 character and just see what that's like, I guess. Because that surely won't be equally as OP. Hold on. Okay. So, BA Slayer gives +7s because Slayer of Terramorphous is still fidgety, so we'll just not look at that one. BA Raider, cooldown, mag size, fire rate, reload speed, team kill skill duration, +2 quick draw, all I need is one, divergent likeness, money shot, yippee ki yay, just got real, and Invincible. This one's probably going to be the one that we use because it buffs Moneyshot, so like you will hold on to that. But the Legendary Beast increases your max health by 100% and adds 30% of your current health to gun damage. Max health also affects reload speed. So, with this, if we just buffed all of our health stats, we could, which honestly there's only like 3, we could have a pretty funny amount of damage just from our thickness, and then also the class mod gives more thickness. So like maybe with a max health thing we could get something going on. It could be funny. Renegade, pistol stuff, gives pluses to pistol, lay waste, divergent likeness, money shot, and all in the reflexes. This one will probably be outperformed by the Raider, so I'll just wear the Raider. Berserker, cooldown fire rate, melee damage, plus to locked and loaded quick draw. The stuff we don't really care about, so we'll just chuck that one away too. Order, fill to the brim, 5 shots or 6 gives a bunch of extra bullets per shot, so that could be funny. Locked and loaded, lay waste, and then out of bubble gum. It'll just be these two, I think, is really what I want to test. And primarily I want to see how much health we can stack. So let me just get all of the plus health skills and then we'll just see what we look like. Okay, so 400% health, 800%, 600%. This also provides a ton of movement speed during gun zerk, so we'll have to be careful about that. And then nothing else really seems to give extra max health. We have on a 248% plus max health relic, 100% on class mod, and then just the Rough Rider seems to be my best healthy shield for right now. This one probably could provide a little more. Hold on, let me tune it to be optimal, which is to say to swap out like a single part. This is the vendor edit mod that I'm using for this. It's from, well, the Python SDK section of the mods. It's worse. Okay, Rough Rider it is. That's honestly not that much health in this mod. I was kind of expecting it to be even more crazy, but like, that's honestly not as insane as I thought. Okay. Maybe we just do Raider stuff, huh? Which also means that we'll probably be through this pretty darn quick. Okay, so first off, this provides a bunch of extra crit. So this is getting bumped because our class mod also buffs it. 640%, that seems pretty good. All I need is 1, giving 1,280 and 576% more bullets per shot. Divergent likeness, if I held 2 pistols, could go actually insane. So sure, why not? Or 2 shotguns. 2 shotguns would go crazy too. Money shot, of course. That's so much extra damage, that's so stupid. Autoloader, just in case. Keep it piping hot would be extra gun damage pretty easily. Let me look at middle tree first to make sure we don't want more from in here, though. Okay, so the final build we're settling on. Got like pistol stuff just to get down tree because like everything else is insane. Quick draw gives a ton of crit. Keep it piping hot, ton of crit and gun damage. All I need is 1, tons of damage and extra bullets per shot. Divergent likeness, lots more damage. Money shot, damage. These two are damage, gunzerk duration, and some uptime just to make it even better. 5 shots or 6. Kill skill, fire rate, more bullet. Capstones, because of course, why not? And then just some healthy stuff, lots of extra damage, more healthy stuff. And then like that's really about it. I think running 2 pistols or 2 shotties is just going to be the move. So let me just get 2 pistols or 2 shotties that I actually want. I guess the Twister would be the move, right? Twister's pretty good in this mod. And then we can just offhand a Slaginator. Full on parry the platypus style, that'll work. And then like, yeah, literally just whatever. Honestly, give me just a second Slaginator. Let's just copy it with the vendor edit, which is once again a Python mod. And then we have that. And then I'll just find a different shotgun to run in that. but like I might just go money shot a bunch of dudes to death because yes, something like this, sure. Also, Slayer gives an extra little bit of extra weapon damage and crit, so that'll be nice. And then Element of the Seraphs, more shock damage. Cool. Let's go, bully men. Now, normally you would offhand your money shot weapon if you're doing a deputy build in vanilla, and this is because the gun looks for your main hand for mag size bonus. And typically, if you have a 2-shot money shot shotgun, which it requires 2 shots for it to proc properly, they're not usually big enough of a mag size. So that's why we have big mag in main hand and then deputy in offhand, just because of it trying to read main hand for money shot stuff. But in this mod, no, these are big enough shotguns. They're healthy. Yeah, that's cool. Let me grab that before that goes away. Okay, so put little tick marks there. This is our millions right here. 17 billion damage. Well, now I want to use this on Pete because he's all shock stuff. Hold on. Okay, that doesn't actually look like it's too much more, so I'm not even going to screen grab that. We do also have this shotgun, which, oh my goodness, number 1, but number 2 leaves behind a bunch of little tickies that just deal a bunch of damage. So that could be pretty silly. Let's go ask dragons how they feel about the little ticks on the floor. Alright. Come on down, buddy. I'd pre-slagged. It's fine, I'm not even using it. Boop. Oh, not actually that much. Wait, do I even need to get money shot kills? I feel like this is just I shoot them and they go away. I shoot them and they go away. Also, I have greatly upset something. That's a lot of basilisk. What? Okay. I have made a demon. That's terrifying. Alright, cool. I'm glad I've summoned an ancient deity. Let's get out of here. Hold on. I need to fight you, I think. Thank you. And thank you. Okay, cool. Yeah. Don't know what that was about. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Okay. We can also take advantage of rocket launchers for this. They're not excluded. These totally theoretically work for this. So let's just put a couple launchers in our equip order. There we go. So yeah, the overheater is really good single target damage. Strike is good for ad clear, so it will be an offhander. World Burn, also good single target, and then Acquire, good ad clear kill skill stuff. Okay, I've found a potential downside to trying to do this. We'd simply just have too much mag size on these. And also, for some reason, Inconceivable is happening. I guess it's probably Invincible procking, now that I think about it. This will make it interesting. Alright, get down to 1 shot. Swap. Shoot. There we go. Seems good. I do appreciate the fact that each individual shot was not nearly as much as money shot, which of course it's not. But like, that is still pretty silly. Let's go take the world burn up against somebody. Oh goodness, I don't know if I can swap that. I might need to put 1 more point in mag size. Or I can just tamper with it. I could just also do that. Oh, I've removed the burst fire effect. Well, there we go. Don't know how I did it, but engineer. After we fight Vora here, I think we'll try to make a build that doesn't rely on Moneyshot. Something with sustained DPS instead could be pretty funny. Although Sal benefits so much from swapping in Moneyshot that, like, I don't even know. Oh, you didn't die. Sir, please. Okay. He doesn't seem to much care about that. Alright, sustained DPS is probably going to crash the game. Okay. Okay, so maybe launchers don't work so good for this. At least not as good as I was hoping. Pistol. Goodness. Oh goodness, okay. Alright. I should probably stop sustained firing, but it's so funny. There we go. I probably could have just, you know, used a twister, and then that'd have been done, but I wanted to have some amount of sustained DPS to see how that felt. But yeah, a lot of our damage is wrapped up in Moneyshot, it looks like. Oh god, Big Jimmy spawns naturally. Oh, I wasn't ready for Big Jimmy. He was ready for me. Okay, hold on. I just came over here to try to complete his quest so that we could respawn him, but I guess that he just exists. So... there we go. That's... sure. Okay, the twister is definitely the move for Moneyshot meta. It's so dumb, but it works. Okay, how about a little bit of assault rifle gaming? That's my entire health bar. That's scary. I kind of need kill skills for this. That was not the answer. Okay. So the reason that that works so well, Moneyshot, or 5 shots or 6 rather, giving fire rate and 5 times more bullet, and then overcharge, giving us 33% more bullet and 85% more fire rate for the first 9 seconds of Gunzerk. That's dumb. But I'm not complaining. I might crash my game again though. You know what? Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try to crash the game on purpose. I know exactly what weapon to use. Where's my Neovi? A ×10 SMG. Right, so get a kill and crash the game. Surely. How is it alive? Huh. I'm surprised it held up. Okay. Obliterating... Wow. Obliterator gaming is pretty fun. Words are hard. I had to try it. Alright, cool. Well, onward to the final boy already. We're gonna do some Redeemer gaming. Never mind, he's super fast. I forgot that he is really, really fast. Hold on. So close. I was really hoping to just dunk on him with that, but it is what it is. He's just so fast. Okay. Well, there we go. That's another one down for the books. Our final character, I guess, will be Krieg. And I have to imagine Krieg is going to be pretty dumb, because he's honestly just a more gassed up version of Vanilla Krieg in Fight for Your Lifelands. So, just have to see how that goes tomorrow. R5.